Oh my gosh, I had to come back and record. There's been a couple things. I even had to write stuff down. I can't believe it. One of the things I was watching that chapter, that is exactly MK Ultra. And then just look at how it's talked about. See, this person's crazy. He's sitting there saying someone's coming in his apartment, someone's moving his stuff. That they're you can go in and watch it. That is exactly what they do. They find these people out in the world, and then whatever, however they're looking at it. I don't know what the setup is, how they choose different people to harass, or if they harass a whole bunch at once and it's the ones that break the fastest that they go get them to do these mass shootings or something. But they always think they're talking to God. There's this whole thing of somebody coming in his house and nobody believed him and everybody thought he was crazy, and they said he was schizophrenic and paranoid. They set the whole thing up. It was just, to me, I can't even believe how clear I can see stuff anymore. It's crazy. And then I watched the second Fauci documentary. And so the other one, it does have 2 days left for being free. I don't know if it's just going to go on a platform, and the only way you'll be able to see it is like Patreon. I think you have to be a member like that, or if it's going to be on Rumble. I don't know. But my mom got it not only from me, but she got it from several other people. So it's going around. So if you can't find it, just start asking about it. I think I can, it's definitely, I think, the has his name in it. And oh my god, the guy is such a, he's just exactly what I said from the very bit. He's just a fucking, the worst villain that you can imagine out of the worst superhero movie or something. He's so and he's like this maniac who, he's one of those people who thinks he's so smart that but he's going to use it towards evil and make money. So he was even selling some of his stuff. I think he's the one who got him in a certain direction. And he's so involved with those things all the way back. And just like what I had said with the there was a bunch of things they were saying that I have been saying. One of the things, the lot numbers, like that's out. When I was saying there's something with the lot numbers, they'll be target that certain groups of people were targeted using those, and that's out now. That's definitely, they did. You can even look yours up and see how bad yours is, to see, like how dangerous yours is. And that doctor, the one who, because he's in the documentary, the one who developed that mRNA thing, then he got those so he could do his speaking tours or whatever. And his second one, that he got really sick, and so his wife looked it up or something and found out that he had one, that his second one, a whole bunch of people were sick and dying or something. It was really bad, his second one. So you can get different ones, but see, the way that they do it in their experiment is send them to certain places where there's, like, they're targeting certain people. For sure. They've got, and we won't be able to know all of the whole thing until we get further away from it. Like, we're so far in it that we can't really see the truth. We have to get further back. So, that's going to be one of the things that's more like unveiled. I would assume that they were definitely targeting minorities. They were definitely black men. I think they killed a whole lot of black men. And I think Italian, there's a whole bunch. I think they were definitely targeting people who had color in their skin. And then they were, I think, targeting a certain age, because, any of the people who are the real criminals, the ones on their side, then they wouldn't have to take them. So they're going to be targeting young men because they're always after the family. And then look at the competition when there's less and less men. And then plus when you got so many of them that as children now, they can't even have kids as they get older. And there's going to be such a reduction in what they're trying to create, not in where we're going. Where we're going is going to be going out of this. And that was another thing I saw was, I guess, a couple days ago, Charlie Ward was out speaking somewhere. I don't know. He's on a stage and somebody was getting the video of it. But he said that they already started, the money has already started changing. And he was saying something about Argentina, I think. There's different places, and I've heard about this for a while. But he said it's that they have got nothing left but paper. So they really have nothing but paper. So anybody who calls in the loan, they have nothing to give them. I mean, how much paper you think they're going to take before they say, no, you got to give us something else. And that is what has been being set up in all this thing, where I said that they were kind of surrounded. Even one of the things Robert Kennedy Jr. said, that when he was when Trump very first got elected, he hadn't even been sworn in yet, and that he called and asked him to come for a meeting, and I told him he wanted to start a kind of, I keep seeing like the Untouchables. I can't think of that detective's name right off the bat, but he started like where he was going to go after the gangsters. And so it kind of seemed like that, a task force for this, for overseeing it because of all of the stuff. So they already knew. There was already things being said. And this was before, but they always had looking glass, so they knew what was coming. And then when you go back and you see how much that Anthony was out there saying this shit, like he would been pushing so hard, and that nothing was catching. We weren't jumping on SARS, the pig flu, all this stuff, the swine flu, the Ebola. He was pushing like he really wanted, and nothing was catching. And then his group, his networking system just got more evil to join in, and they came up with more plans, and Gator Boy got involved, and all of their stuff that they kept doing to head in that direction. And he but all the way back, man. And it's just like what I said yesterday too, where they had started this whole ethical thing with, pushing the ethics and stuff. And they started on like the mentally ill. And I was in a movie I was watching yesterday, and they just made that stand out, like, oh, this mad scientist. I can't even tell you how many of these old movies you put on. They all have a lab, and they all have these half human, half animal hybrid things. All these old sci-fi horror movies. And this guy, he was let me think. I've got way too many things going in my head. Let me think what Anthony was, okay, so in the movie, yeah, he was, the guy was talking about his experiment, and then the conversations between the two scientists, he goes, yeah, but it's unethical. You can't just test on people without them knowing it. And he goes, unless they're mentally ill or something like that. I was like, see, that's what they did from the beginning. They were like, well, if they're mentally ill, what harm are we doing? Well, if it's this, what harm are we doing? Well, if it's that, what harm are we doing? And then they push the limits to the end. They're cloning people, all sorts of shit. There's no boundaries they won't cross. They've lost their goddamn mind. And so in the one where, let me think back again what I was saying. I keep going off on all this stuff, and then I get out of it, and then I forget what I was. So in the documentary, yeah, Anthony was going, and yeah, I'm sure it was him. There was a lot in the two documentaries for sure, but that he was just going in. Oh no, that was this other lady. Yeah, this lady was talking about back in uh, Germany, where it all began for us. Probably that's when our time started or something. But he that they were taking kids, disabled kids, and doing that to them. Just doing, they were guinea pigs, lab rats. And, and that's one thing Anthony has done this whole time is push all of those, there was a picture of the puppy thing. And, the guy has no empathy or compassion for life. It's like the only thing he's trying to do is make money. It's not like he's trying to save lives. He even is a part of the function of the gaining because it's all about to make the disease worse, to kill more people. And then you sell it to the highest bidder. And then you go out there and you market yourself and get them all to jump on board. And one of the things that was showing too was, so he had hired Kennedy to come in, like, let's do this task force. And so Kennedy was all, on board for it. Yeah, for sure. Let's do this because they already, you could tell by the stuff that they were showing that the NSA, the white hats knew all this stuff. This isn't like new. This is exactly what I've been saying the whole time, that all of this stuff we've been experimented on the whole entire time. Oh my gosh, she has been like this all day. Please. Come on, Stella. I'm doing something. Oh, God. And I just know it's the energy or something. And she gets in a mood and I get in a mood and it's like, oh my God. So yeah, I gotta get back to where I was getting in a flow there for a second. So, anyways, what I was talking about the other day when people were all freaking out, like, oh my God, they're going to put this new shot on the kid record thing. It's going to be a part of you have to do. And everybody's freaking out, like, how can they do this with all this bad stuff? And it's like, you guys are not seeing. Oh my God. You guys are not seeing that you're being told is that all of them are the same. And then in this documentary, yeah, it goes back. They were hiding all that stuff about the autism and everything. They were hiding it the whole time they knew about it. Oh my God. I swear to God, something weird. He's just getting... I think we're building up momentum. Maybe the wave is going over. Things are getting weirder and weirder. So, anyways, I was showing that for sure. That they been doing it the whole time, and they've known the whole time. It's been part of the thing, and it is to make patients of asthma. There's so many things besides autism that people had that locked them in as patients forever. But anyways, after he got Kennedy to do this task force, then Kennedy was saying, and I don't know if he was just like dropping it, because I'm sure he has to know at this point. But then he says that then all of a sudden Trump takes a donation from the PF guys. Oh my gosh, Stella. I swear to God, this is the disruption energy I'm talking about. And so he took huge donation from them. And then Kenny said that then all of a sudden the task force stopped. And he put 2 of these people on his team. And that is where I can see through what he's doing for sure. He's pulling him right up there on the stage. He's getting that, taking that, and somehow it's going to open some kind of docket. It will get them in the back door. That's what they've been doing right back to these people. They've been coming in all the side doors on these people and surrounding them. And so anyways, I'm sure, I mean, there's going to be so much stuff that's going to come out with the lab, but I'm sure that's part of how he got them backed in a corner. There's no getting out of what they've already done, and I think that this stuff has already been cleaned up. I just think that this is us watching it play out. I really get that whole concept when they say that. And but Charlie was saying that the money thing is already going, and that we're going on a thing called a note, the dollar, no, not a dollar note. Maybe it was called, it was something note. And he said that they're going to be starting any time. He said that it's going to be starting, but he said that that was going to definitely be dangerous until then, that we were going to be for sure under any kind of attack can happen. And that has been, what I've been saying the whole time, but it's all going to work together with the changing, the energy, and the waking the people up. So however it's going to go down, it's all going to work together as this cosmic event to create the awakening. So, but the money thing is going to be big. That is going to change so much of our lives as soon as that goes down. And he was saying, like, we're close. Like, he was making it would be like before the end of the month. But so many times, I've just heard this so many times. But no matter what, there's a lot of things that are about to collide. And so, and I think that there's so much of like, bumbling fool Joe out there and stuff like that. It's all just a show to show them. It's a show to show. And they keep making them so idiotic. Oh my God. I swear to God. Oh my God. Let me just look at my thing. I swear. So anyways, it just, if you can get a hold of the documentary, yeah, it definitely has information, but it was a lot of confirmation to me. It was the stuff I've been saying and what they're trying to do. And there was a bunch of stuff I wanted to say. God, I don't understand how she can be so disruptive. Oh, I can't even think. She's so disruptive. But I'll just post this one and I'll talk more about it tomorrow. But anyways, if you can get a hold of that. But to me, all of this stuff, even when the guy in that chapter, and they're all saying he's crazy, and he keeps saying stuff that people, they think, well, yeah, right, dude, somebody's going in your house, changing your toilet seat, moving your doors. And it's like, if you come in your house, I think you can sense, like, what? Someone's been in here. Something feels weird. And you completely know, like, if somebody's moving things that are supposed to be somewhere else, besides the fact that they watch these people and know their routines. They know, like, they would know, OCD or whatever. They know their stuff. They know how to set them off and to get them to go out there and expose themselves where people start thinking they're crazy. They set these whole things up. Oh my Jesus Christ. Yeah, they did it with the whole Manson family. They do this stuff all the time. And then they get people to believe the narrative. And, but anyways, when, I'm being called crazy so much through all this stuff. And just for my own self, then all of this stuff, this different confirmation just keeps coming in and coming in. And no matter what crazy shit I have been saying since I started speaking out, I was out there saying there's a fake sun. Oh, nope. Everybody thought I just sounded completely crazy. There's something wrong. All of the different things I have been saying since the beginning, I was never crazy about any of them. I was saying stuff that just keeps coming out more and more and more of all of the evidence. And I wasn't going out and saying it because I had evidence. I was saying it because it was what I believed, what came into my head when I would see this stuff. And to me, it's not like special powers or something. I still say it's like, it's an awareness, it's an observation, it's a suspicion, it's a paying attention and stuff. I think it is where kind of with Like if you think of us as being jackals or something, the one that is paying the close attention is going to seem like the strongest, smartest one. And the other ones, if they're focused on other things. But see, I think that's the thing is people don't realize they all have this same ability to see through this stuff. Maybe to not understand all of the different stuff about medical. Like I know I have background in that, but still no matter what, everybody has something that their soul is showing them, is opening up to them. But then they don't trust themselves. They don't trust their gut. They don't trust their instincts. And so they hold back. And I haven't done that. I see people all the time, they feel obligated to share evidence and all of that stuff. And people attack them like, you better have evidence. And it's just crazy. And I think you got to trust your gut. You got to listen to your own instincts. You got to believe your own soul when it's talking to you and pointing things out and not doubt it. I have a hard time not thinking that everybody has this instinctual side inside of them talking to them, and that they find themselves talking to it, but they think they're talking to themselves, but they don't realize they're talking to their future selves or their higher selves or their higher mind. And so they just kind of, right away like, oh, I'm crazy, I'm talking to myself or something, instead of going more into it. And then I think people are just not at all ready to expose themselves or be vulnerable. And so they're definitely not to that level in their thing. But yeah, I always appreciate it when I get these different confirmations of the stuff that I say. Like I'll just see something and they'll just show it to me, and I just know, like I just know, and I know far beyond the stuff that I even talk about and see. It's like I don't know. It's like a whole thing opens up and I see it all. And there's a lot of disturbing stuff. It's very disturbing. And I don't know. This place is just really dark and evil, I think. There's just a lot of evil here. And, just seeing this stuff about Anthony, then it really gets me to like, some of this quick firing squadron shit is going to be way too fast for some of these people, which I think some of these people are already gone anyways, talking about it or whatever. But it's really when they've got so many people who are suffering all the time with this slow sickness, and then they get a quick one, that doesn't seem fair. But the only good thing is I know they're going to be pulling the med beds out quickly. Once all this stuff, it's just going to keep coming. Like it's coming so fast and coming so fast. And it's all happening when the bank's crashing and the new money is going to come in. But there is, Charlie on this one was saying, be prepared for being locked in for 3 weeks. I've heard 2 weeks, but I feel like I would be fine even if they said you had to stay here for a couple months. I think I would be fine. Stella would get bitchy. Like, are you kidding me? Where's the meat? It's like, God. So anyway, but it's probably got something addictive in it. That's probably what they're doing. They're putting something addictive. I swear to God, I don't even know what it is. I don't think it's cow. I think they just say that. I don't think it is. I don't know. I don't know what. There's just too much. It's all of this stuff is coming down all the time. We have been eating Soylent Green. There's so much more stuff about that with the Soylent Green. Yeah, that's not. I've already started that shit. And there's just so much. McDonald's getting not closed down. It was already caught selling. There's a lot. It's just gonna keep on coming and keep on coming. And there's nothing. I swear to God, there is nothing I can put on that I don't see right through it. I know that story is MK Ultra guy. And then plus when he's just in the court thing, he just looks lost, just like the rest of them. They go for certain people. They pull certain people in to be criminals. They pull certain people in to be scapegoats. They're just, man, it's just, I'm just going to be so excited to get on the other side. But man, there's a lot of stuff for people to face. It's going to be hard. I mean, just some of the stuff with Anthony and the stuff, even though there's nothing that, I didn't know, I already knew, even if I hadn't seen the evidence, I already knew it. But I don't think that there would be anything I would be surprised. Like, I haven't been surprised by anything. And I don't even know. I don't think I don't know. It's been a while if I was. And probably I think my biggest surprise, I swear, it was 2020 when I saw how manipulative the news was. That was really was a surprise. Like, I felt like there was left leaning and right leaning. I just didn't know they were all owned by the same people and they were playing a game, and that how seriously that they will go to destroy a person's character if they go against them. And that's what I guess what they're trying to do to Kanye right now, and other people too. Like, but there's just too much. There's just too much. It's all coming out at once. And there's no way. Like, it is, I think we are in the momentum of the flipping, the tsunami. Like, I really, really think that we're definitely closer than we've ever been. That's what we can for sure know for sure. We're definitely closer than we've ever been. And we're fucking being hit all the time. What the goddamn, so sick of this. I'm sick of not having sleep. I'm sick. I cannot wait. I can't wait. It's going to be rough when the wave crashes, but it's going to be rough. Like, it's going to be rough. Hopefully, like Charlie said, like, I've tried and tried and tried to get people to listen, but you can only do so much. And, you just got to keep telling people and telling people, get prepared. That is going to be the problem. The people who are going to go into panic, the people who are going, and they have the instigators out on the roads. They have the mercenaries. They have people. They've been shipping over their hidden soldiers. They're out instigating. They're out taking people. They're out doing all sorts of crime. They'll bust into houses and kill all the people. They're just creating chaos. And then, of course, the news isn't going to tell us unless they are trying to manipulate people into fear. And the only thing they want to do right now is manipulate people into buying a cure. That's all they give a fuck about. Just they need to get everybody an extra dose. They're just like, man, we got the water, the air, the food. God, these people really take a long time to die. Like, well, we'll see. We'll see what happens. But anyways, he was saying too, the people who are going to have the hardest time are going to be the people who don't see it coming and the ones who are not prepared. So I don't think that everybody is going to be in danger. I mean, we're in danger every single time there's a storm, every single time any of this stuff happens. We're in danger, and we know for sure whatever they've got left, they're going to come out guns blazing and go and try and, who knows? I mean, it's so pointless at this point. They may as well just run out and throw themselves on the ground and surrender. We'll all come out there and stone them or something, but I don't know. They're going to go down to the blaze of glory. And so whatever they're going to try and do next. But I think that we are days away, hopefully, with the money situation. And that's just going to be like the dominoes will start going. So anyways, just keep on staying prepared and keep passing the word to try and get people at least to, have some flashlights and candles and hopefully, I mean, they've got the blizzards going somewhere. If people need to have a tent or some way to keep warm if they turn all the power down, if people don't have a wood stove. So there's just things people got to do to be prepared, especially if it's a couple weeks. And it will be a blessing. And I heard another person say something about that too, is that when they take the power down, that's going to be something that they're blocking from them being able to kill us with it. Because that's what I think they're going to do. They're going to do some big, jolt of energy, some energy surge or something on us, and then try and pass it off as a natural event or a nuke or something. A nuke is what probably, because then they get everybody to pop their iodine pills, and then all of a sudden everybody's got throat cancer. So I don't know. There's just well, I just feel like we're really close, and it is gonna we'll get through it. We're so close. I feel so scattered. I feel so out of it. But anyways, I'm gonna go back and watch this other stupid movie. Every time I put something on, it's just like there's nothing I can see, but I don't see through it. Like, oh man, it's driving me fucking crazy. So anyways, I'll talk to you later. Bye.